So all of this literally started because Tyler released her EP, and it didn't have as much physical sales as what people thought it was going to have. It only had 3,700 sales, and then people started losing their minds about that, and especially Black American people, and they were starting to call her a flop. They were calling her a one-hit wonder, and they started making a whole lot of rage bait videos, basically saying they're not surprised as to why she's not doing well, you know, because she wanted to call herself colored, and because of that, they're not surprised that she's not doing well because, that's disrespectful towards them. And nobody moves. Yeah, there was a creator that went viral for making a video saying no one moves without Black American people's influence. And that's such an odd thing to say about that. Like, it's really such an odd thing to say. There's no denying the influence that, they have on social media. And kind of sounding, like you can't succeed without their approval. Well, I'm not saying that, all of them feel that way. I'm just saying that's kind of the vibe that that video was giving. But I don't even want to use any of those because, again, like I'm saying, these people were making a lot of like rage bait videos. It was giving that because why on earth would you say something like that? That's kind of crazy. Mind you, she blew up on the internet without you guys even knowing about her. She won a Grammy without you guys even really, you guys didn't even know about her existence. So, and especially with you guys calling her one hit wonder, your people still gave her a Grammy either way. So without much support from you guys supported one song, and you guys might feel that that carried her career, but she has a lot of hits. Like that album that she released was literally amazing. I'm not saying you guys didn't help out, you guys did, but yeah, I'm pretty sure she can still, succeed globally. If you guys don't want it, that's fine. Like, it is fine. Just like who you like. If you don't like her as an artist, if you don't like her music, like, move on. Let's do something you do like. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. It's not a we have to control who succeeds as an artist because we are from this group of people. Like, that's such a weird way of thinking, and it's not even everyone. Like, this is just a certain amount of people. I'm assuming because I have seen people saying, that that is weird, and also that the hate is so forced towards Tyler because it is. She literally said that she is okay with people referring to her as black in their country, like, because even though she is a colored person, she said that she's okay with you guys calling her black. And
In South Africa, my race is called colored, and it's a very stressful term to use in America because I know it's a derogatory term. Right. But I mean, that's what we are called.
and you guys, most of you guys haven't acknowledged the fact that she's okay with you guys saying she's a black woman. She's okay with you guys saying that, but still you guys say that she's so uppity and she thinks she's this and she thinks she's that because she's going out of her way to disrespect you guys by still claiming her coloredness. Because she said you guys can call her a black woman, but she's still, a colored person. Because that is what she is. That's what she's categorized as on her birth certificates, on her documents. So I don't know what to tell you. She's not even fighting. She's not even fighting or anything like that. And then, people started to flip the narrative and Suma say that um it's actually her fans that are the problem because they are doing too much and they are disrespecting black American people or African American people. And that's when a lot of the drama started to really, really lash out, especially like with all of the hate that they were pushing towards her, and they immediately around about that time were saying they were gonna boycott her and just not support her, and they're just basically done with her. And yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. And again, that is when the African people started coming in, and they felt really disrespected by like all of the hate that Tyler was getting, and then also just all of the anti-African stuff that was happening. So he opened up Pandora's box because everybody with their internalized issues towards each other started just bringing things out. Everybody was just bringing things out. So people that have lived their entire lives, African people that have lived their entire lives in America, started speaking out about the xenophobia in that country, and was making people aware of the fact that a lot of African American or Black American people actually don't like African people. And not long ago, they were literally boycotting African owned businesses as well. And there was already other beef there that I'm not going to get into. But yeah, so people, after being made aware of this, they started coming at them. you know they started coming at them and saying things that, like, saying a lot of mean things. Again, it's not all African people, but there were a lot of people that were coming at them, saying what is actually American culture, saying that they don't actually have a culture, they don't have a language that they speak, they don't have any traditional practices, they don't have any traditional foods or anything like that. And also at the same time, I think they were also making fun of the type of foods that Tyler mentioned she ate, or I don't know what all else I saw. So all of that combined just made a lot of African people very angry. And again, knowing full well that this is full on a rage bait, because these people know what they are doing, and they know that they were going to get paid a lot of money, not even really a lot of money, but they know that they are going to get paid all of the engagement and all of the views from hating on Tyler and just upsetting a lot of African people. And it's sad because you guys are causing real issues. Like, you guys are causing real issues. People are speaking about you guys on radios all over Africa. Africa's a large continent, and radio stations are speaking out. I was actually listening to the radio, hearing how the presenters were talking about how hateful Black American people are towards South African people. Like, you guys are causing real life issues for your own people that come here and live here looking for homes from the craziness that is going on in your country. You guys are creating enemies for no reason, something as petty as someone's identity. Like, again, causing real life issues. People are playing the audios of you guys' videos on the radio. I know that's crazy, but that's literally what's happening right now. And like I say, it's causing real life issues. Again, you guys are boycotting businesses that are putting food on their tables. Like, you guys, over what? And it's like, literally over what? Someone's EP that didn't make enough for you, so now you feel like they're a flop, and now you're just, what, you're pissed about that. Like, just listen to who you want to listen to. So that's so crazy, honestly. And after that, they were just as pissed off again because of all of the disrespect that was coming back their way. Not that it was valid. I'm not validating anyone here, okay? I'm not validating anyone. All I'm saying is they felt very disrespected, because I do understand, I'm not saying that Black American people don't have a culture. They do have a culture. It's just not the same as that of, African people, and that's okay. And it's not even serious enough to be upset at each other about. Like, we have different ways of living, and that's fine. Different ways of celebrating ourselves and the things we like, and that's fine. And then afterwards, I saw a lot of people and a lot of creators basically saying that they don't want to associate themselves with Africanness anymore, and they've been wanting to get rid of the African in the African American. That's why I've been saying, African American / Black American, because I don't want to offend people that don't want to call themselves African, even though geologically that is where you come from. You do come from. If you are Black, you come from Africa. Your people were enslaved and your people were taken from Africa, and that's just the truth. I also did see a lot of people basically saying that they are actually indigenous to America, and they are 100% American, so that's why they want to be called Black American people and not African American people, which is actually not true. I don't think that being anti-African is like an excuse to just call yourself a Native American or an indigenous American person, or to try to, claim the indigenousness that actually belongs to the actual indigenous American people. And I think that that's actually really disrespectful towards them and just wrong. Like, that's just wrong. I can understand, you not wanting to associate yourself with being African because you've never been to Africa, the continent. However, claiming to be a native all of a sudden is just very disrespectful to the actual people that are native to America. So, to the people that are doing that, that's actually wrong on your side. You should probably not do that. And after all of this, we had people from the UK, especially black people from the UK, that were basically coming in and explaining how they can relate towards colored people, in the sense that, American people always try to police their blackness, basically, and tend to invalidate, their practices and just them basically being involved in black culture, because they tend to act as if people in the UK aren't actually having black experiences and need black culture, and like go through the same horrible experiences, like even racism and things like that, which is obviously untrue. People experience racism all over the world. It's a global issue. And yeah, it's just basically they've been feeling that divide also on this side, and after that, American people got even more upset at that, and say that they don't know why people from the UK are always coming into their business and things like that. I saw a few videos on that as well, and it's just sad. They recently discovered that they are black Scottish people, and they are praising them for not being like people from the UK, not being like other African people, and basically saying that African people want to claim everything that they've made, when it's just African is just basically means we are all underneath the same umbrella. That's what it is. And calling everyone African also allows you a window into other African people's culture. In the same way, it allows them a window into your culture. It's not just a one-way road, where African people get to claim this culture and they claim that culture. And this also upset a lot of African people, because they started, mentioning of the different American celebrities that go back to claim their roots and basically start wearing their people's traditional way, things that they've never indulged in, things that aren't part of their culture, that's basically also claiming African culture. So it's just really sad. Like, the whole thing is just really sad if you think about it. Everyone's just trying to increase the rifts between already divided people, and just gatekeep their cultures from each other, when you guys are literally the same people, or from the same people. Literally everyone shares ancestors from the same people. Yeah, so it's just crazy to see how much Tyler, just releasing music, has allowed so much discourse. She literally just exposed how divided people are from these regions, especially African people, just how divided things are between them versus, people, their people that were taken from them, and just how much they hate each other for no reason. Like, all of this is just cultural stuff, and I understand cultural stuff are important and should be respected, like, heavily. Having said that, like, again, you guys are causing real life issues. Like, xenophobia leads to real life issues. Okay, your people will be walking around in other countries and you're talking crap about those people. Okay, what do you think is gonna happen to your people in other countries? Okay, because of your hate speech, because of your rage bait. Like, you guys need to learn that the things you say and the type of things you put out on the internet is like important. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you want to see more.